Hey, Junior Giants. Welcome back to practice. My name is Coach Sandra.
And my name is Coach Robert. We're so excited to see you all again and get started for our practice for the day.
All right, guys, for our practice today, our word of the day is leadership. So let's get practice started. We wanted to ask a question about a leader in your life. We'd like to know either someone who you look up to or someone you consider to be your personal hero.
So think about that one for a second, and Coach Sandra and myself will give you our answers. So after we give ours, feel free to pause this video and talk about it with your friends and family.
All right, so my name is Coach Sandra, and one of my personal heroes and someone that I look up to is my grandma. What about you, Coach Robert?
And my name's Coach Robert, and one of my heroes is Jackie Robinson. He's a great example, I think, of somebody who's a great leader on and off the baseball field. And there's some really great information about him on our digital dugout, so be sure to check that out later.
All right, team. So before we get started with our leadership practice, we want to remind you what we talked about last practice. So earlier this week, we talked about striking out bullying.
So we took a striking out bullying pledge together and also learned about our strikeout bullying art contest. And if you missed that practice, don't worry. You can find everything you need on your league's digital dugout. You can also find a recorded video of that practice, or you can get in touch with your league's coach and see what you missed.
All right, Junior Giants. So now we're going to do some stretching to warm up our bodies and brains. So go ahead and stand up with Coach Robert and make plenty of space around yourself so you can follow along.
All right, first one we're going to do, we're going to warm up our shoulders and our upper body. So we're going to start with an arm cross. So we're going to cross one arm across and hook it there. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds, and Coach Sandra will count for us.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, now let's switch.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, now hands out to the side. We're going to have our palms facing up. So that's this part of your hand, palm facing up. We're going to do shoulder circles forwards for 5 seconds, and then we'll go backwards. Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And stop, and then go backwards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, good job. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lock our fingers together like this, like we're holding our own hand. We're going to turn them inside out. We're going to reach up high to the ceiling and stretch as high as we can for 10 seconds.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. So one last one for the upper body. What we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves big hugs like this and see if we can touch ourselves on the back of the shoulder blades.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, good job. Let's stretch out our legs now. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you spread your feet out like this. We're going to reach down and we're going to touch the floor in the middle for 10 seconds. Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job. Go ahead and keep your feet spread out like that. We're going to reach over and touch our left toes now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good work. All right, let's switch over and touch our right toes now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Go ahead and stand up straight. We're going to do a quad stretch now. So that's this top part of your leg. What we're going to do is we're going to pull one foot behind our back, balance there for 10 seconds.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good work. Let's switch feet now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. We're going to do another one that takes a little bit of balance. What we're going to do is we're going to pull one knee up to our chest as high as we can. And we're also going to stretch out our ankle. We're going to swirl it around in a circle like this.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Get your balance back, and then we're going to switch legs.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, good work. Let's do a wrist stretch now. So we're gonna put our arm out front like this. We're gonna keep our arm nice and straight. We're gonna grab the tops of our fingers and pull back towards our body just enough to feel the stretch.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, shake that hand out and let's go ahead and switch.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, shake that one out and I think we're good to go.
All right, team. Good job doing your stretches. Thanks, Coach Robert, for leading us. So now we're going to watch a video of Giants infielder Mauricio Dubon, and he's going to talk to us about the word of the week, which is leadership. So pay close attention because we're going to talk about what he says in the video after.
Hey everyone, I'm Mauricio Dubon. Leaders are an important part of any team. Just like the Giants, here's how you can be a good leader on your team. Volunteer to help your coach whenever you can. Treat others as you want to be treated. Cheer for your teammates and tell them what they're doing well.
All right, team. So let's talk about leadership a little bit. We're going to ask some questions, and our challenge to you is to pause the video after we ask the question and answer the question to yourself with your friends and family after that. So Coach Robert and myself, we will give you some answers after you come off of pause.
All right, so our first question is, like we said before the video, we wanted you to pay attention to what he was saying. So he listed 3 great ways that we can be a good leader. Do you guys remember what they were? So go ahead and pause your video and maybe talk about it.
All right, team. So one of the ways that you can be a good leader is to volunteer to help your coach whenever you can. Another way is to treat others as you want to be treated. And lastly, you can cheer for your teammates and tell them what they're doing well. Here's another question for you to think about. What are some other qualities of an awesome leader? And what are maybe some qualities of a negative leader?
Go ahead and pause. All right, so maybe when you were thinking about a positive leader, you thought of somebody who maybe volunteers to go first for things. They ask others for advice on what should be done. They include everyone, so they make it very inclusive for their team or their friends and the family. And maybe there's someone who's really confident or brave. And then if you were talking about maybe a more negative leader, it's kind of the opposite, right? So it's somebody who doesn't listen to others' advice or opinions and is maybe rude and disrespectful to others. All right, so here's another question for you guys. How do you guys think leaders affect the people around them?
All right, and so our answer is they can make people feel good or bad. They can affect people's lives in a good or bad way if they make rules or laws that affect them. They can only help other people be better leaders. Here's our next question. What are some ways you can step up as a leader during your Junior Giants practices?
Give that a thought. All right, so some ways that we came up with are that you could volunteer to answer questions more. You know, we said that good leaders volunteer to go first sometimes, so that's a great way to do it. You could show up to practice on time, and that applies to not only your Junior Giants practices, but any maybe sports practices that you guys have. You can pay attention and respect others, including your teammates and your coaches, and you can participate in all the activities that we have for you guys, like our stretches and our exercises.
All right, team. Great talk about leadership. We hope that you learned something new today. So next up, we're going to preview a video from Giants bullpen coach, and he's going to show us how you can work on your catching and blocking at home. Let's check out the video.
So now we're going to go at the blue car that the ball is right in front of us. We're going to get up in that secondary stance, and then you're going to go on your own, and you're going to fall forward and block the ball in front of us. So right now our checkpoint, we want to make sure we have a nice wide base. All right, so now if we have a wide base, now our glove, you can go directly to our 5-hole and our arm is not exposed. If we get too narrow at that base, it's a longer way for our glove to travel to get to the 5-hole, and now our arms are exposed. Anyone that's been hitting the baseball in the arms, it doesn't feel good. Not to mention, they're not flat, they're round, and the ball's gonna kick. So the wider we get our glove can get out of the way, and now our arms are out of the way, and now we have a whole chest protector to block the ball. For me, what I like to think about, and is what I tell my catchers, is that to make sure when they fall down in the inside of their knees.
All right, team. So you can find the rest of this video by going to your Giants Coaching Corner tab on your digital dugout.
Right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can do that drill together and learn how to block a ball in the dirt. So what you'll need is something soft to put your knees on so you don't hurt them on the floor like he had there, and some extra stuff that you can use, and maybe a glove if you have one. You can also use something to represent home plate. You can also use 3 different things to mark the balls. If you saw, he had 3 Hot Wheel cars there, so you can use anything. You can use a toy, anything like that, and a softer bouncy ball that you can use inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a chance to pause the video and go grab those things if you want, and I'm gonna get myself set up. All right. So if you guys can see, I've got my little dog bed here for something soft to put my knees on. I've got just a bag of sunflower seeds here to represent home plate. I got 3 golf balls that I can put right here, like he was showing in the video. And some things that he talked about in the video, we're getting in that good secondary stance, that good athletic catcher's position. And a good way to do that, if you've never been in a catcher's position before, and he talks about this in the beginning of the video that we didn't watch, what you can do is you can kind of jump around like this and then sit. So what we're looking for is an athletic position. And your body usually knows how to get in an athletic position by itself, because an athletic position is just the ideal position to move from. So if you kind of jump around and get moving a little bit and then just sit, your body usually knows where to go. So we're not leaning too far forward and we're not back on our heels. So what he showed us how to do was he showed us how to block a ball if it comes in the dirt, like if the pitch is too low. So what we do is we fall forward on our knees and block this 5-hole that he was talking about. So the 5-hole is that area between our legs, right? So he also talked about making a good wide base and falling on the inside parts of our knees instead of the outside or the middle. So if you guys want to do that with me, what you can do is just pretend like you're going to get a ball in the dirt. You're going to fall forward on the inside of your knees. You're going to put that glove down and block the 5-hole. You're going to make sure your arms aren't too straight out. We want our arms nice and protected like this, because normally we would be wearing catcher's gear that would protect our arms. So on the count of 3, I'm going to block another ball in the dirt. 1, 2, 3, fall forward, protect that 5-hole, right? So to make this drill a little bit more fun, what you can do, where I have these 3 golf balls in front of me, is you can pretend that those are different areas where the ball might come. So if the ball's coming this way, we can slide over. Watch talking to me. So you can slide over and block in front of that ball, right? You can do the same on this side. And the reason I also told you could grab another squishy ball that you can play with inside is once you learn and get a little bit more comfortable doing that blocking technique, is you could throw a ball maybe off the wall and see if you could block it. So if I threw the ball right here, lean forward and block that ball right there. So be sure to try that at home. Check out the rest of that video on your digital dugout. Lots of good stuff there.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Coach Robert, for leading us in our coaching drill today. All right, team, before we wrap up for the day, I wanted to remind you that registration for our extra inning season of Junior Giants at Home is now open. We will send an email with some more details, but I hope to see you during our next season, which starts on August 3rd. So be sure to ask your parents and get you signed up today.
Also, if you're going into 8th grade this year, we have just a scholarship for you. So every year we choose 10 incoming 8th graders to be part of our Harmon and Sue Burns Scholarship Program. So when you graduate from high school, if you're chosen, you get a personalized Giants jersey and a $5,000 scholarship for college. So we'll keep sending emails with more information, but you can also apply on the education page of your digital dugout.
All right, Junior Giants, so let's finish off practice strong with our Junior Giants cheer. First, we'll watch the video, and then we'll do the cheer together on the count of 3.
Who are we? JRG, go Junior Giants! Who are we? JRG, go Junior Giants! Who are we? JRG, go Junior Giants!
All right, team, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who are we? JRG, go Junior Giants!
All right, Junior Giants, thanks so much for joining us for today's practice. We hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. And don't forget to move for 60 minutes every day. But remember, you don't have to move all 60 minutes at once. You can break it up in different chunks throughout the day.
Also, be sure to check out our new Junior Giants app so you can access your digital dugout from your phone or tablet. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.